Acting can be divided into four main categories: the persona, the chameleon, the against type, and the non-actor. The persona is the actor you expect to be themselves. The chameleon is the actor who disappears into each role. The against type is the actor who is branched out from their usual category. And the non-actor is someone who appears in films as themselves, or is not an actor, but is cast to lend authenticity to a role. Stanley Kubrick's Dr. Strangelove, or How I Learned to Stop Worrying and Love the Bomb, masterfully displays each of these categories within its cast. The persona in Dr. Strangelove is Sterling Hayden. He plays the role of Brig General Jack D. Ripper, the man who thinks the commies are using fluoridation to destroy his bodily fluids, and therefore dispatches a group of B-52s loaded with H-bombs to destroy Soviet targets. Hayden is known for playing the tough guy, which definitely fits the description of Jack D. Ripper. Other tough guy roles famously played by Hayden are Captain McCluskey in The Godfather and Johnny Clay in The Killing. The chameleon in Dr. Strangelove is Peter Sellers. Sellers plays three different roles in this film: Captain Lionel Mandrake, President Merkin Muffley, and Dr. Strangelove. He blends so well into each role that many viewers fail to recognize him. His expertise as the chameleon has inspired many other actors.
For me, the most influential actor in films was Peter Sellers, because of the Pink Panther, but mainly because of Dr. Strangelove. To see one person play that many characters and to play each one of them differently, and each one so committed, especially, Dr. Strangelove himself.
Following is a clip demonstrating Sellers' chameleon abilities.
Chaplin.
My darling.
Conversation like a television set on honeymoon. Unnecessary.
And I'm perfectly positive I am right. You must remember, the Americans are a very strange people. Whereas other countries rarely forgive anything, the Americans forgive everything.
Your situation is quite straightforward. As trade unionists, we have always been concerned for efficiency and for the individual worker.
Your bird, Sagi. It is the bestest shooting I've seen in 30 years of service.
Hail and Merry Christmas, whoever you may be.
Mr. Orient?
I am, and God bless you for making the point so charmingly. And who, may I ask, are you?
I haven't really got a suspicious mind at all. I look suspicious myself. A lot of people think I'm suspicious, especially when I stand around on street corners. One of our own boys picked me up the other week. He thought I looked a bit too suspicious standing on a street corner and everything.
Anyway, I have to get back to feed Opu.
Opu?
Yes, my monkey.
Oh.
Well, wasn't easy.
Jack Arnold's The Mouse That Roared also stars Peter Sellers in three different roles. Sellers plays Grand Duchess Gloriana, Prime Minister Count Rupert of Montjoy, and Tully Boscombe. Just like Dr. Strangelove, Sellers plays a part in almost every point of action. His abilities as the chameleon are truly astounding. The against type in Dr. Strangelove is George C. Scott. He plays General Buck Turgidson, the Air Force Chief of Staff who advocates for war as follows.
You're talking about mass murder, General, not war.
Mr. President, I'm not saying we wouldn't get our hair mussed, but I do say no more than 10 to 20 million killed, tops, depending on the breaks.
I will not go down in history as the greatest mass murderer since Adolf Hitler.
Perhaps it might be better, Mr. President, if you were more concerned with the American people than with your image in the history books.
The General is a hilariously absurd character, which was very difficult for the traditionally serious and dramatic actor George C. Scott. In fact, Kubrick had to trick Scott into this type of acting by telling him that he was not being filmed and that it was only for rehearsal. The non-actor in Dr. Strangelove is Slim Pickens. He plays Major King Kong, the pilot of the last remaining B-52, which ultimately drops an H-bomb, setting off the Doomsday Machine at the conclusion of the film. Slim Pickens was hired onto this film as a cowboy instructor for the actor who was originally cast the part of Major Com. However, Kubrick ultimately decided that the best person to play a cowboy-style character would be a real cowboy. After Dr. Strangelove, Pickens went on to play cowboys in various other films, such as Blazing Saddles. Each category of acting is essential to the film industry. The actors' performances are what audiences remember, and performance is often what determines people's opinions on movies. Stanley Kubrick's masterful combination of the persona, the chameleon, the against type, and the non-actor is what keeps the film near the top of the charts after so many decades.